Almost. Sort. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, this music.
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
serious?
Yeah, so you can already see what some of the characters are that you can swap to outside of the three. Weapon wheel, yeah. I mean, the weapon wheel is
That's
the
suspicious.
same.
That's weird.
The same as GTA.
Coincidence? I think not.
Privacy invasion. Oh yeah, that. Watch Dogs privacy invasion. That's crazy. Spider-Man. Wait, the Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Watch Dogs. Oh. Oh my gosh. Every time it comes out, I'm just like, my brain.
I think this is worse because in the first Watch Dogs game, you can create a huge blackout throughout the whole city.
But why is it pixelating it?
Oh, I mean, he's a YouTube content creator. They get dinged for that, for showing violence.
That's crazy.
Hey, it's YouTube. But then again, you know, it's a joke. If you couldn't tell, this video's playing the joke.
Yeah. Kind of looks like this GTA mission. Oh my gosh.
Just ask.
Yeah.
I mean, the price is almost matched too. I mean, it's,
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's pretty funny. They actually do free runs.
Talking to me
swinging.
or hosting a block party?
I found him 6th floor middle room facing south. But next time, I'm done playing the delivery guy.
Yep. Or Spider-Man. Woohoo!
Wait a minute!
This was obvious. I mean, yeah, but oh.
This looks so cozy whipped up like that.
No combat. Yakuza? Is he gonna pull up Yakuza?
it's more like Sleeping Dog than
Sleeping
anything.
Dogs? Oh, this game. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Desperate. What do you guys really want? Can't you just book a stadium like everyone else?
Or Spider-Man. Car shootout.
At this rate, half the city's gonna get wrecked.
All right, what rail shooter is it gonna say the reference is? Or unless it's gonna say Uncharted 4. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite parts, or at least one of my favorite parts of Uncharted 4. I know I've already
More
said that, but
Spider-Man.
more Spider-Man. A lot of Spider-Man.
Hey, wait a second. Oh no.
Uncharted 4. I sip on my coffee.
Oh,
Crap. I'm being referenced. Okay, what? 2K shoot around.
Honorable mentions.
Project Diva.
No.
Persona 4. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You gonna watch a movie? I'm gonna hoo-ha. Does it actually does it like
Kind of like details.
actually? It's pictures.
Like how it's all drugs.
Ah! Oh, that's crazy. Kind of like in Spider-Man. What the heck? That's crazy. I don't know you can do that.
That first one was weird.
Yeah, the first one was weird.
That's. Woo!
Come on now. Wii Sport?
I mean,
You know, yeah! Yeah! That's crazy. Not a game, but yeah.
uh-oh.
Summon your car. Oh gosh, what is that? What is that from? If they're going that far with the references. GTA. This kind of seems like it's something else other than GTA, but yeah.
Any powers you want to tell us about? Any,
No, I don't have one. I just saw the ad and thought it looked fun.
You know what? Yeah. Shaping up beautifully, yeah. That's crazy.
All right, here's a funny clip I made the other day. When I was playing Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sir. Thank you. Follow me, gentlemen.
Come with me, sir. You're having quite the night. I cannot believe someone gave a greaser a job.
Oh my god.
We live in strange
You want
times.
to see it
Just the
again?
most calmest,
You wanna see it?
calmest man being harassed and everything accidentally. He's like, you're having quite the night.
Perhaps you could escort us up to the office.
Is this the Stinky Cute channel? I don't know about that one.
Follow me, gentlemen.
Come with me, sir.
I was pressing N to get take out smoke, but I accidentally grabbed them. I was like, oops.
Believe someone gave a greaser a job.
Oh my god.
A greaser, a
We live in
job.
strange
Anyway.
times.
Into the drama.
we live in a very interesting time, man. Let me tell you.
Oh, is this the one with the thumbnails
The
like
Ananta
Yeah.
gotcha, no
no
gotcha equals
Oh,
bad or
yeah,
something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The game changed directions from what was initially shown a couple years ago, and yes, that there is some validity to
Oh
that.
yeah, a couple of years
Um,
ago,
A lot of people
Anta was.
Look an alien.
are mad that it doesn't have gotcha, which is kind of a weird thing to me to be mad about, but okay. And I kind of just want to talk about this because it was a
Let's hear
conversation
that. Hold
brought
on.
up
Let's
on
hear
my
that
streamer a
one
couple
more
years
time.
ago, and yes, that there is some validity to that. A lot of people are mad that it doesn't have gotcha, which is kind of a weird thing to me to be mad about,
That's
but okay.
weird.
And I
Like,
kind of
what?
just want to
Why
talk
would you
about this because it was a conversation brought up on my stream earlier that I think there is some validity as to why people are upset. But
popular
I think the
MMOs
hate is
posted a
very
vid?
forced.
What about
So
about Anonymous?
Ananta, as we know from the
Nada?
gameplay they've shown, is like a GTA style game with Batman type combat and unique traversal experiences and weapons per character. Now, what we were shown originally was a bit different, to be fair. Shout out to iSunny. This really isn't about their post. If you want me to be very transparent, I'm just using this as a video of reference. So if you look right, it seems to be very more anime gotcha, just in a open world setting, right? You have swap out of different characters, we have alt animations, and it seems like maybe that was the character's skill, and it kind of was going down a little bit of that Genshin Impact-esque road with their actual combat itself. And you see she was using a pike and intros into the combat, and this combat
But
does
yeah,
not
this used to all
necessarily even look
exist.
bad, which by the way, that telekinesis
Yeah.
stuff I think is still in the game. But and we have no confirmation if all of this stuff is even removed, right? We've seen very minimal gameplay, but it's very clear people watched this and thought this is Genshin Impact but GTA. And well, they're now looking at the most recent gameplay that has come out, and they're seeing the Sifu Batman type gameplay, and they're very frustrated. And I guess I can kind of understand it because they thought it was going to be one thing. And if you want me to be very honest with you, I genuinely forgot this gameplay existed. I think one of the reasons
Yeah, I kind of
why
actually forgot
I
about
was
that
not
too.
really mad about it is because I really forgot this existed, to be honest. But I am a very big fan of this gameplay component and how this actually looks. And I'm actually very happy that it is not following the simple, basic rotation formula with characters. I don't know if we're going to have ultimates in the game or not. I mean, my assumption would probably be not at this point, just based on the way the gameplay is looking. But who knows, man? I mean, the square was on a cooldown. I see triangle over there that they're building up to. So it is very possible that, I mean, listen, maybe there is ultimates eventually at some point. But
They're probably
I don't know.
like
I
with
really
him,
feel like people are
the
looking at
foreground
this
person thing is
game, and
probably
again, it's
what
one
you
thing
would
to not
constitute
like
as
this
an
type of
ultimate,
gameplay, but to just
Oh,
throw
no,
it
yeah.
completely out the
not
window
like
because it doesn't have a gotcha element and it is not
other games.
going to be the Genshin Impact of GTA, it feels a little silly to me. And I'm not
Yeah.
even being funny when I say this or facetious. That's what NTE is for. Also, this was his triangle actually, so that was the big move that he did. So it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
it's going
So
to have
okay. Yeah. So I am
this
right about that.
crazy,
Okay. So
flashy
I was
open
right
system.
about that.
And
Right about what?
that's what
Huh?
NTE is for.
What he just
is a
said,
game
where he's saying like
is nowhere near as smooth as this.
they may
But
still have
NTE
some kind of
follows
ultimate. I
that
said, well, if they do, it's
formulaic
probably like
gotcha
for like the
model
main
of
character there. You may
elements
want
of
to pause it because
reactions,
I'm talking
swapping
over him.
characters.
That they may still have ultimates, but it won't be like a Wooloo or whatever, any like that kind of ultimate. It'll be something like with the main character, lifting and grabbing 4 people and slamming them down. That big move.
Mhm.
And he said that there was something building up with the triangle, labeled triangle button was building up. And he said, yeah, so the triangle button was just used and it was the big move. I was like, oh, so I was right. So it seems like probably each character has probably a big move like that you have a button associated with, but it's nothing flashing or anything like that, like with Genshin. It's just, hey, here's a, within you, like you build a combo, build up combo, and then you can do a kind of a finisher move, essentially.
Yeah.
You have a Hot Wheels addiction?
Parrying combat.
Where you're at?
Perfect dodge is similar to Woo-Wah.
250.
And that is not inferior or superior in any way. It is completely based on player preference. 1,000,000%, I'm there. And I could even understand people saying, oh, hey, listen, you know what? I'm looking at this and I
250
see the
plus?
Shifu combat
Dang.
or Shifu, whatever it's called. I see the Batman combat and it doesn't drag me in because in a gacha game every 6 weeks, although there's power creep and all those other problems, there's always a new character who's going to play fundamentally different, right? And once again, keep in mind our gameplay that we have is very limited. With that being said, I can understand why someone is not maybe the happiest with this. But I think when we start doom posting and saying that this is going to be a flop and this is the worst thing ever, and you know, I can't believe they done this and they betrayed the fans, it seems a little weird and it seems a little overblown. The game I took a different direction, and I honestly think this is the best way that for them to pivot, as opposed to making it just a basic open world gotcha game. It's going to be an anime GTA, and I think people wanted that for a very long time. And you know, by them getting rid of that monetization model, by them getting rid of that gameplay model, they are now opening themselves up for other possibilities. And you know, it's not like they don't still have unique gameplay. Like again, we see them with flamethrowers. We're seeing them with different guns, different type of materials, right? Like it's still going to be very interesting. You even saw right there, you know, a little item lit up behind the enemy. I don't know if my webcam was blocking it, but right here, like if you see that item is lighting up for telekinesis. Like those still exist in the game, but I'm not mad if we are taking out a party system for a more universal combat system that everyone's going to have their own little bit unique twist on and allowing the game to feel more alive. I think that helps
All right, see you,
tremendously. I would
Anime.
rather
Thanks for
have a
stopping
game
by. Hope
where
you
I
have a
could
good one.
swap between characters. All the characters are free, excuse me. And the world feels like I swap from the main character to this unit, and this unit's living their life. I go back to the main character, he's doing a mission. And it feel more immersive. You know, one of the big problems with a lot of gacha games is people complain the world doesn't feel alive. It feels like the gameplay loop is repetitive. It's always the same stuff. Well, this is something very different. And I don't know if gacha fans are nervous of trying something completely different. I don't know if maybe that's the case, but like to
Which
me,
would be
this is
weird,
fire, right?
Another funny thing to, I guess, to feel. Gotcha players are afraid of trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Now, the stolen asset stuff, I keep seeing that being brought up. It's a dumb point. You can go watch my other video. It's stupid. It really
Stolen
is. They got
assets? What are you
permission to
talking
use certain
about?
assets from like Insomniac Games or Sony or what. It is what it is. Like I don't care. By them combining gameplay elements from multiple different games, like again, they're taking the best gameplay elements of multiple different types of games and putting into a melting pot to create one solid free to play open world anime GTA. I'm not mad. But I'm seeing again the frustration of it not being.
I think they have
gacha,
the
I just find
licensing
very
for all
interesting.
the
I find
stuff.
it very little silly. I don't know if I'd use the word
If that's what
hypocritical,
they're
but
talking
again,
about.
when people complain about the same formulaic gacha, and then they saw this, and again, don't get me wrong, like this looks cool. It looks cool and it does look interesting, but what longevity would this game have? Obviously, we will never know.
Man, it's like we've been here before 1,000s of times.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, it's not out. But I just feel like this would really kind of I don't know. I don't know if it would have really had the same impact that it has now. Genuinely, I really wouldn't be able to tell you. But who's to say that this person doesn't have yo-yos? Who's to say this person doesn't have certain abilities like this? I don't think again there'll be those big dynamic, you know, burst situations. But I think people are so tied
I'll
up
say
with
this looks
the basic
less
formula
appealing
that they're
than what it
disappointed
is
that
now.
they've shifted away from this basic formula and kind of changed that it's not going to be a god.
I mean, if they were to keep it this way, I'd be like, oh, it's just not a gotcha game. Okay, I'm just going to continue playing Wooloo.
Yeah.
Gotcha game. And again, in a lot of instances, something that should be a positive is now turned into a negative doom posting point. So very interesting stuff. Again, this is what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of this hate is a little forced. I can understand overall that you might be a little concerned that the gameplay might be repetitive, and I think that's fair. The other big thing I saw,
I think
was
it'd
that
be
the AI
less
looks very
repetitive
lackluster, but
than a
also
normal
this was
gacha game.
the beginning of the game, right? So I doubt the AI is going to be overtuned. But everything else just seems really silly. So
Dang,
I did
his
wanna
little
bring this
picture
up
down
because
there,
I've seen this topic a lot.
Where?
his little
But,
picture for
yeah,
the
those are my
channel,
thoughts, and with that
compared to
being
what he
said, I
looks
will
like now,
be
he really let
seeing you
himself
tomorrow.
go.
You know, just for that, Dark. Hold on.
Yeah,
You deserve this. Hold on.
deserve what? The ears.
Anyway.
20 last details.
Hold on.
Another 20 last. What is that?
Oh, but hold on. My favorite Uma.
Hold up, what?
What's up?
What?
Why am I holding up?
No, what's going on?
It's the deep voice. The deep tomboy voice.
I mean, yeah, deep tomboy voice, but what is going on here?
This is their anniversary, I guess, concert or thing.
Oh.
I think you heard the Ghost Ship version, have you, right?
No. That is a voice and a half. Who's the VA?
I don't know, usually it says at the beginning, but, you know.
This is very interesting.
So, this is obviously heavily edited.
Yeah.
Because each of the girls sings each part of the song. So it's never the same Uma by singing it.
Yeah.
A very interesting voice.
Yeah, it was a very unique, interesting voice.
Came from, you know, honestly. It came from this, you know.
Dang? Dang?
Wait, what? Oh, what?
Just that. I'm just saying dang to that.
Yeah, you know. Of course,
Dang?
someone that I might want to pick up one day when she arrives.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking her up. You'll have to keep me on the know to know.
Yeah, this is the normal
When
one.
if and when she comes out. You'll let me know when she comes out, right?
Okay. You're like, okay.
Okay.
Right, as you can see, it's different horses. Not horses. Uma.
Yeah.
Oh, good ship.
Gold ship. This is very interesting.
Two song, or there's what another song that's not out either, but the anniversary and the other song that's not out on global. And then the best part's coming up. Gary.
No, Gary.
I would say Tomboy has a very unique voice, but Goldship though, she
Yeah,
can just
Goldship
switch back and forth.
is all over the place. Goldship is all over the
Which
place.
makes Goldship my favorite. Here's another song that's not out on global.
Okay.
And this is modded too, so don't worry about the multi Goldship.
Huh? Oh, what?
It's all part of the show.
This is such a gold ship performance.
Yeah. I think I got Science City or Grass Wonder to finals today. Forgot which one, but yeah. Man, I love Ghost Ship.
Gold ship's great. Oh,
Yeah, I found this today.
holy! Holy cow! My gosh!
Want this dark?
Please. Please.
There you go.
Thank you. That's crazy.
It's different from the typical cute voice, but
Yeah, which I enjoy. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's only so much of the quote-unquote stereotypical cute voice that I can actually stand.
besides Ghost Ship.
Yeah. But Gold Ship doesn't even do it all that much. She's just all over the place, go up and down,
She can
left
do
and right.
cute, she can do like more normal, she can do deep if she wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, we know that with Zanny.
Yeah.
I like deep women's voices.
I wonder what these are. I'm just like, let me take a look.
Hmm.
フェノーメノ出動であります。身のこなしでもお手本に。
Alright.
開け今日も光る扉
勝利も負けも次のスタートライン。
Alright, who is that? That we got, wait.
There's a
It
name.
showed who it
There's a
was.
name.
We got
There's a name.
Phenomena. Look it up. I wanna.
There's a name. Hold on, let me look it up.
There's a name. Look it up.
Oh. Okay, that's
Yeah?
That's not it. That is not it.
What is it?
So that, you know what that translates into?
What?
Apparently, that's Spanish for freak. I was like, that's not it. Hold on, that's not it. Wait. Okay, I found the name. I found the Japanese name.
Spanish for freak.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
What has she done in the past? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
And let's see. So, not much, actually. She hasn't done much at all. She's
Really?
more of a background character. But I guess she got famous when she played I don't know how to pronounce that. Fenol? I don't know.
Fundamental?
Fundamental? Or you know what? I'm just gonna call her freak. I forget that's what it
Freak!
literally translates into English. This is I don't remember. Is this song in or no? I don't remember.
I have no idea. I don't recognize it.
Another song in here. Oh, this is what we all get at the beginning.
Yeah.
Freak.
Yep. I'm gonna say I'm glad that it is actually a woman.
Yeah, it's a woman. It's a woman.
Because I know of one. I think he's Japanese. One Japanese guy that's kind of famous, sort of, and he can or does, or at least can sound like that. And I kind of was thinking, wait. I'm glad it's not him. It's crazy.
You might see something interesting and weird.
What's up? Oh.
So you want to know the weird thing about this?
What?
It's using lamp wave face tracking add-on, which is a thing for VR chat. So that's the interesting part. A model like that is using something for VR or face tracking for VR chat or something for that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Anyway, so do this now.
Yeah, the
How's
guy.
it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Mugen Fox. Today we got ourselves a few lost things coming to us from
voices
TGS.
One of the newest characters, and actually, wait, I think he voices one of the newest characters in Genshin.
Oh,
yeah, it is Genshin. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, in Genshin.
crazy.
Yeah, he voices the what I can't remember what her name is. It's crazy.
Tokyo Game Show about Ananta. So let's get started. First things first, we do get to see, I think, Enemo, the person here on this account called about Ananta over on Twitter.
You can date this person in the demo over at TGS. But
crazy.
Yeah.
Calls her
she's the real person.
Okay, so she
might
is
just
in
be
there.
literally the word anonymous in this case for whoever's playing the game, because, well, I guess when you encounter her as the captain of the game, she's just an anonymous person. But yeah, this is supposed to be, I guess, Enemo. She's a cowgirl. We've already seen her in like previous event pictures that were hinting towards her in some way, shape, or form. But now I guess you get to see her, and yes, you get to go on an actual date with her, which is also, I guess, going to make a lot of people happy if you're really into that. If you like dating simulators or anything like that, the game has that too.
Dating.
So yes, you can literally call her up for a date, a little lunch out at a cafe, and literally interact with her and have, you know, just straight up interactions with all these characters. So yes, she is one of them. Again, another confirmation that Enemo is in the game. As for her name, she's still going to probably be called Enemo, I'm guessing. I'm not sure if this actual footage shows it necessarily, because I think they only call her
actually
Anonym
eating the food
still.
and everything.
They might change her name. They might keep her name. She might just be called Anonym. I don't know why. We'll have to wait and see if anything comes from that. But it's pretty cool. There's an entire dating mechanic. There's that.
Actually eating the food
over on Twitter.
That's
we also
crazy.
have a basketball mini game that's being shown off. Now, we already know basketball is in the game, but here we get to see a little bit more footage of it, as well as the fact that there seems to be a sort of like side quest mission type of thing that you can do with it. Again, pretty crazy. There's also been some posts about maybe there being football in the game too, but I think that's most likely just a mod of a FIFA game or something, so I wouldn't think that's real just yet. But don't be too surprised if they do add football or other sports into the game in the future. I think that's very possible.
Crazy.
Like 100%
yeah.
Be a possibility down the line. I think a lot of sports will be added, like golf, fishing might be a thing. I know fishing is not necessarily a sport, but things like that will probably be added to the game over time. Maybe not on the initial release that we get of Ananta, but eventually down the line, those things will be there. But yes, we have the basketball minigame. Let's take a look at the next thing. The next thing is coming to us from character seat 5368, who posted that basically in Ananta, you can actually watch movies. Yeah, I don't get why this is like a feature, but it is a feature. You can actually go and watch movies together with other characters. What those movies are, I don't really know. There just seem to be like random things they have in there. But yes, you can sit down and watch movies with other characters, and it's just kind of like random things. But it's kind of funny to see that they're going to be adding things like this in here too. I do hope, and I would wish that would be really cool if you could play co-op and you can actually decide to pick what to watch together, almost like an MMO where you can like go around with your friends and like a Second Life type of thing, right? Where you can literally just go and watch things together in it. I know games like Roblox have even done this sort of thing, or even I think there's like mods from Minecraft to implement stuff like this. Like literally a watch along, but inside of the game would be really cool. Now again, there are some issues with that. Of course, people who try to play like, insensitive content and things like that, which may be an issue, but I think it's cool to see that there is literally the ability to go and watch movies in the game. Like everything is possible in this game, which is kind of crazy. Then there's also a post from Ananta Network about Taffy having a bunch of different outfits. I don't know why this was important to mention, but there you go for anybody who gives a shit about that. There's that. Then we also have confirmation that yes, you can go swimming in Ananta. I mean, we kind of already sort of knew this. We see somebody who crashed a car in the water and then has to get out, I think with Richie in this case, to be able to swim around and get out of there, which yes, the game has swimming. So, and if anybody was worried about that, it's in the game. So there's no stress about, just
it's
in
the
one
game.
of those games where you just get stuck in the water and then you just drown and get spawned back onto land. No, there is swimming. And I'm very curious to see what people are going to try to do when they try to go out of bounds and stuff. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, swimming is in the game. Wanted to confirm that real quick. And finally, just a quick little breakdown of some of the important stuff that we got from Ananta with the interviews that happened during TGS. So we're going to quickly go through the list of stuff they talked about.
Number one. This for you so you can read it.
No gotcha business model, no random gotcha. All characters earn through story or encounters in the open world. Players start with the captain, then recruit allies like Taffy as story progress. Monetization focus on outfits and vehicles, avoiding pay to win. Combat system designed to feel cinematic and accessible, even for beginners. Inspired by Chinese Hong Kong action films and comics. Emphasis on realistic reactions, hit frames counters, instead of flashy VFX. Characters and synergy. Each character lives in the city with their own routine and lifestyle. They join forces for major events similar to Marvel films. Switching character shifts the perspective and storyline focus. Female protagonist option. At launch, players can choose a male or female captain. Story stays the same, but dialogue and gestures vary slightly. No facial customization. Personalization is through clothing and style, which I am perfectly fine with.
No gacha. The business model, of course, there's no random gacha. All the characters are earned through story and encounters in the open world. Players start with the captain and then recruit allies like Taffy as you progress through the story. Monetization is focused on outfits and vehicles and avoiding to be pay to win. Number two, combat system designed to feel cinematic and accessible even for beginners. Inspired by Chinese and Hong Kong action films and comics. Emphasizes on realistic reactions, hit frames, encounters instead of flashy VFX, which means it's not going to go in the it's not going to go in the direction of like, like, I guess, Honkai the Third, or I guess more so like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. It's going more in the direction of being a realistic type of game, which is interesting that they're going in that way, because that's going to, again, emphasize that this game isn't really a gacha. This is trying to be more like something like GTA, a game that does everything, right? Number 3 is characters and synergy. Each character lives in the city with their own routine and lifestyle. Yes, we've seen that. You can literally even go to the gym in the game. They join forces for events similar to Marvel films. Basically, you assemble the entire squad, and then you can switch characters, their perspective to see different storylines between each of them. Then number 4, female protagonist option. Yes, at launch, players can choose a female or male or female captain, and the story stays the same, but the dialogue and gestures they do will vary slightly, which we already know. There's no facial customization of the character. Personalization is through clothing and style, and not the actual change of how the face or the hair looks like. Then number 5 is city and exploration. The city is Manhattan-sized with freely enterable buildings, interactive environments. So, for example, basketball courts you can actually play on, like we talked about earlier, and focus on rewarding curiosity and making the world feel alive. Number 6 is update philosophy. Updates, because this is a live service game, yes. Updates will expand both density, so more shops, theaters, activities, and new regions and characters. And goal is keep the central city as the living core of the game, but then expand in other directions as well. Then, of course, modes. There's a story mode, which is narrative-driven, and explorer mode, which is free roaming. The TGS demo was simplified. Basically, a full release will have basically an adjusted pacing and difficulty, but for the demo, they had like a simple version where you can go around and do a bunch of different things. Number 8 is platforms and performance. For PC, console, and mobile, from the start is what you're going to get it. The same quality is going to be aimed across all those platforms. Mobile is not a cut version. It's going to be the full version of the game. But also, there has been rumors about the file size. Somebody saw that the original file size was like 250 gigabytes, which, guys, that's probably not going to be the final version of it. The most recent demo, somebody was able to see that it was around 100 gigs. And then keep in mind, this is a demo version that's probably uncompressed, and they haven't spent enough time optimizing fully just yet. And I've noticed with these sort of games, especially games from China, they do tend to spend a little more time, I would argue, optimizing it. Maybe not always necessarily, but they do tend to be pretty decent at it. So hopefully they will do a good job at actually compressing the game into something smaller.
I mean, my guess is they're probably going to try to aim
even they
for
know that most people are not going to have that space on mobile
while keeping
or even
the
space on
quality
their
and
PC
everything.
or console necessarily, and they want to make sure this
same
game
level of
reaches
optimization
everyone.
that
Number 9 is
FF14 had,
multiplayer, of course.
where you could
It's
play it
confirmed
on
players
a,
select a world with chosen characters, details with visiting cities,
Nintendo
hubs,
DS
etc.
if you wanted
Not
to.
yet disclosed. Then number 10, development and engine, co-developed by China and Montreal teams, 700 to 800 staff.
Hold on. Multiplayer confirmed players select a world with chosen character. Okay. Detailed visiting cities, hubs, etc. Not yet disclosed.
Built in Unity, actually, a heavily optimized version, of Unity and changed version for the project. 11, inspiration and atmosphere. Influences they've talked about is Persona, Yakuza, Chainsaw Man.
Yakuza! Chainsaw Man!
Similar to Guardians of the Galaxy with a fine, lighthearted story, but still, interesting. Focus on younger heroes, unlike many darker Western open world RPGs is what they're talking about here. I guess they're kind of referring to GTA in this case. And then number 12, customization and items. The core of the game would be
people in their late
items, so
50s and such.
I guess microtransactions is sort of
late
like
40s,
custom
50s.
dyes, vehicle customization and stuff like that is how they're going to make you pay for things. There's going to be free and paid options, obviously. In future updates, we'll even add something like house ownership, which is interesting. Number 11, collaboration plans. They're open to collaborations, but nothing right away. And then as for release, no set release date yet, aiming for simultaneous worldwide launch. Tests will be coming soon with Korean participation and full language support. Korea is considered a key market, which is interesting. And number 15, vision, the city where players can do things impossible in real life. Buildings aren't just backdrops, they can be entered and explored. Producer's definition. So yes, a game where you can freely live as your own character in a free and fun world. That is what they've described here, and that is
That's
what we're
crazy.
gonna leave it at. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be bringing you more Anata videos. Again, please subscribe if you do want to, because I'll be making a video where I'm going to break down every little detail about every single character in this game. I'm talking about everyone, the captain, Taffy, Animo, every single person. I'm going to break down every little detail we've seen about them, all the gameplays. I'm going to collect everything that I can to give you a breakdown of each individual character, all their abilities, all their moves, everything. If you want to see that, please subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers.
Is that
I'll
out?
see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
What are you just talking about right now?
I didn't really hear what did he say about it? What? Huh?
The video he's gonna make.
I don't know. This is from 13 hours ago, so
Okay, so then probably not.
I mean, we can take a look. No. No.
5 big details.
Yeah. Well,
Probably was included,
That
unless maybe not.
what happened to Bay? Oh, that's what she's doing. Oh my god.
But what was the 5 big details?
Mm.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Mugen Fox, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we got loads of new information about Ananta that was just coming out to us again from TGS.
Is it really a lot
the
of
last info dump we'll
information,
have,
or
since
is it more
TGS
the
is
same
about to be
thing?
ending, I think, this weekend. So there's not going to be really much else to talk about after this point. But I thought I would still share this with you guys. So let's get started with the biggest thing, which is female MC confirmed in recent Q&A. This is coming to us thanks to Eternal for the post end.
That's the big question. Is it really a lot of information, or just a little bit of information?
Yeah.
Translation,
I mean,
but here
long.
it is. Basically, they were asked a question, which is as follows. Although the game emphasizes freedom, it seems like there's no character customization. Why was that design decision made? Also, I'd like to know whether a female squad leader will be introduced. And here is the answer. To highlight the squad leader's personality traits, we removed face customization. Players can still change their appearance throughout the purchasing of clothes and outfits, which makes up for the lack of facial customization. As for female squad leaders, it's not that they don't exist, we just haven't revealed them publicly yet. In the official release, players will be able to choose between a male or female squad leader. Depending on the choice, some dialogue and cooperative actions will have slightly differences, but the overall storyline will remain basically the same. So this is essentially what I speculated, which is that the MC in the game, which we've seen so far, the captain, isn't the only character that you can play as the main character. That's not the only MC, but instead there will be essentially a gender swap version of the captain, which is going to be female, and that's going to have only slight differences, but for the most part be the same character, right? It's going to be the same fundamental character. You'll still have the same story. It's just that the voiceovers in the cutscenes will instead be by a female voice actress, and it will have the female MC instead. But the story should stay the same between the two of them. It's the same character, just having two different things happening to them. It's similar to a lot of other games where you'll have, like, you know, the same essential journey for the character, but you just have two different genders to choose from. So that's essentially what they're confirming here. And this, I think, is big news for most people, because a lot of people were worried there was not going to be a female MC, but it's confirmed. And I thought I would share this with you guys. So that's one of the first things, but we have more stuff to share, which I think is pretty awesome. So let's get into the next part. So, this is also posted saying that similarly to GTA 5 Online, you can tackle missions with your friends, and this is via IGN Japan saying the following, and they ask them the question, will multiplayer allow you to freely explore your
There we go!
Ash responds with, it's
we're gonna do it together, Yuri!
Playing with a large number of random players, like in an MMORPG, it's designed for playing with
so much chaos.
You can enjoy it solo or team up with friends to tackle high difficulty missions. So yes, it does seem like it's going to have a sort of co-op mode in the game, which is great. It's good to know that is there, because a lot of people were wondering, will there even be multiplayer?
I'm so stoked now.
But this
Alright, Doc.
I mean, I was stoked before, but
yeah, it'd be like, alright, Doc, don't mess up the driving.
Flashback to Far Cry 6.
I don't know. Wait, Doc, why are you running over everyone?
Oh, was that an enemy? I couldn't tell.
Wait, Doc, that's me. Why are you running over me?
Why'd you run into that horse?
Oh, God. Hold on, Doc. I'll hold that guy for you while you beat him up. Oh yes, I know. I don't think it's gonna happen, but invisible punch.
Invisible punch.
Confirms that it's not going to be like a straight up MMO.
Actually,
right?
here's
Like,
the
you're not
question,
gonna
though.
have
Here's the
1,000
question,
people
though.
walking around.
Yeah.
So, if that's the case, you know, you can do this and everything. Will you essentially, like, both be able to? Will it be something like Genshin or Wool or whatever when you join a co-op mode, whatever, and it's just like you're this character and I'm this character, right?
Yeah.
And the other characters are kind of like locked off, and you're just whatever the character is, you know?
Hard
like
to
you
tell.
join in. Yeah.
Because
Like you join in as Taffy, I join in as Cop Girl, right?
yeah.
But the normal character swapping is turned off. And then also like if I'm Cop Girl, you can't be Cop Girl, and if you're Taffy, I can't be Taffy, right? Or like we both can't be the MC.
Well, actually, no. You can do it in Genshin and Wooloo. You can be the same character.
All right. Oh yeah, no, you can.
The only difference is in Genshin Wooloo is you can't do story stuff together.
Yeah.
But I think in this case for Anti, I think it's very much going to be like GTA and or Red Dead.
Yeah. So like when you join, you are that character.
In Red Dead, you're kind of, or when I replayed a mission in Red Dead, you unfortunately had a set of like diva clothing already, but you can use all your current guns that you bought and got and everything. You just everything is already set for you. Because again, if you think about it, like for example, right? Let's say we do the very first mission together, and it's MC escaping, right?
Yeah.
If you were to go to, let's say, Cop Girl, it wouldn't fit, and it would be very confusing to see a different model in place of what MC is trying to do, which is escaping.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it'll work. I'm not sure. We need to see more.
Yeah. We need to see more, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, depending on what kind of mission it is.
Yeah.
And all.
At the same time, it's not going to be an interactive.
Will like the whole character swapping thing be turned off? Like with GTA Online, you are just that character. There's no like character swapping, right?
It might be just like that. Who knows? I don't know.
The whole world. You're not playing World of Warcraft, okay? Just put it bluntly. You're not going to be doing that. Instead, you're going to be able to invite maybe up to 3 other people to join you in a 4-man squad, potentially. I think that sounds like a reasonable amount. And you're going to be able to do things together, tackle missions, take down objectives, whatever it might be in the game that you want to do, you're going to be able to do it together. And that's like the biggest takeaway, I would say. The next question comes again towards specifically Ash, and this is from 4Gamer, which is the subject of will there be a friendship system? Well, apparently you can send gifts to characters to have them join you. So this is what they asked, which is, speaking of systems, I've heard that this game doesn't have anything like a character gacha, and that all playable characters join by progressing through the story. Does this mean that they can join after clearing quests or other conditions? And Ash says, that's right. As you progress throughout the story, you'll get to know a variety of characters, some of whom you'll meet through side quests and missions, but there's also an element of friendship. You can send gifts to them and become friends and have them join your team. So essentially, it's almost like reputation farming in an MMO. You're just slowly either going to do a mission, a side quest, or something like that to get them to join you, or you give them stuff. You give them reputation, or you do something in an area to recruit them. It sounds pretty reasonable. Doesn't sound like super far-fetched. And the fact that they're straying away from the whole gacha system is pretty good. I'm excited to see this game, especially because it's not going to require you to constantly pull for banners and just spend an ungodly amount of money to get the things you want. But then we have another question from 4Gamer, and this one is about special event outfits requiring payment. So 4Gamer asks, I heard that instead of there being a character gacha, skins and other items will be available as paid features. And Ash says here, for example, clothing design. There will be shops selling clothes within the city, but special event outfits will require payment. We're also considering elements such as modifying cars and motorbikes, which will allow players to create what's known as Itasha cars. So basically just implying more or less that if you're going to be playing the game, you're not going to be necessarily spending money on pulling characters or anything that's going to actually affect, let's say, the gameplay, right? Like anything that's going to affect the gameplay in any way. I mean, maybe the cars in some way, but it seems more so like they're aiming towards the fact that, hey, you're not going to be pulling 5-star characters. Instead, you're going to be just pulling different clothing outfits. And will those outfits have any impact on the actual gameplay, making the game any harder or easier or anything like that? I don't think that's really being cleared up here totally, because they only talk about skins and or clothing. That's seemingly the only thing they're talking about. So do they really mean that, hey, we're gonna have special events for you to, acquire different kind of outfits, and that's the only thing you're gonna be able to spend money on? Or are they implying that maybe even, not just skins, but those skins may have an impact on the character's abilities to do things, or maybe even the abilities they have? We don't know that, right? We don't really know that. And I'm hoping it's not gonna go in the direction of games like Genshin and stuff, where it does feel like you have to dump a lot of money, especially if you're a new player, and over time you sort of, if you want to catch up, you have to dump a lot of money into it, which they don't seem to be leaning in that direction. It seems like it's mostly just going to be cosmetic stuff. The only thing that worries me is things like modifying cars and motorbikes. Modifying in what way? Like, do we mean in a way that's going to actually make them more...
They really are using Unity for it.
Give you an advantage, but again, it is a social game in some way, this one. It's not like this game is going to have some sort of competitive aspect where it really matters if you have like a better car than someone else, unless there's literally a racing mode with other people, but for the most part it shouldn't really matter. So it's nice to see that at least you'll be able to explore and have all the different characters and team up with all of them without having to spend, again, a crazy amount of money. So before we go over to the last few things for this video, actually 3 things I want to mention, I just want to quickly say thank you for watching this channel. I appreciate it. Fuel information, which is what you're here for. Just their reward for won the Japan Game Awards 2025 Future Division, which is basically just their reward for upcoming games, more or less. So that's one of the things. The next thing, though, is that we have a bit of a clip, or 2 clips specifically, from Ananta that show a few different things. The first one is a clip that shows Richie actually trying to arrest someone, but they run from an arrest, which again confirms that you're going to be doing a lot of cool shit in this game. The fact that you can even have like an entire arresting system, a police officer system, is kind of crazy, and this just pretty much shows that.
Look at the person on the ground there, already handcuffed.
Yeah, they're not going to just give up as easily as that. So again, really cool system. And the last thing, of course, is a very short clip of a street boss fight as well, with Taffy in this case, just duking it out with this fella. So just thought I would share this as well. Again, I'll be trying to get into all the places I found these things down below to make sure you guys can go look at it yourself, so you don't have to listen to my dumbass explaining it to you. But thank you all for watching. Again, if you guys do subscribe, it would be appreciated. I'll be trying to giving you Ananta updates all the time. And also, let me know in the comment section down below, do you want me to do a video individually breaking down each and every character we've seen so far, including the captain, showing off all the moves, all the outfits he can wear, like every little bit of details that we've seen so far, and try to like combine all of that into singular video for each and every character and each and every faction in the game? I'd love to do that. Let me know. Maybe even break down every single car I've seen in the game, which I know sounds a little crazy, but this is the type of videos that I'd love to do, because I love to look into the small details of this stuff. So please let me know in the comment section down below if that's something you want to see. If not, that's it. Bye-bye.
Great.
I guess that's what it's going to be.
You can date her.
Also, geez, oh my god, over at Snowbreak, some of the characters are getting in some bikini outfits, and man, if you've seen that game before, it's wild over there.
I've played it.
Again, it's wild. Played. It's wild.
Have played, do play Snowbreak.
Yeah, the woman, the females they're anyway. Oh right. So time to see the terrible thing that's happened to EA. Apparently they got bought out.
Well, EA already had some of the worst management, but now some of the worst people have completely acquired Electronic Arts. Back in September 26, 2025,
want to guess who got it?
That EA was close to essentially completing a deal to sell the company and go private.
Something somewhere in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Oh yeah, with 55 billion.
It currently is a public company. It is publicly traded. Their shareholders and whatnot.
Pretty wild.
Appease too. By going private, they're no longer in the stock market and any of that stuff. They are kind of an entity that kind of operates, as the title suggests, privately. But the people who have bought EA, the organizations who have acquired EA, are not ones that inspire confidence. That report was essentially confirmed by EA today on September 29th, 2025, with EA announcing that they have sold the company for $55 billion. And this is something that EA confirmed on their official website and their investors relations portal page. It reads right here, EA announces agreement to be acquired by PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners for $55 billion. PIF, for those who don't know, is a Saudi Arabian organization, and there's already plenty of dark implications there. Humanitarian issues, like human rights issues with Saudi Arabia, and the way
One
that
of the
those
worst decisions that EA
potentially
can ever
influence
done.
EA games and their output of products is disconcerting. And then there's Silver Lake, and then Affinity Partners is an organization run by Jared Kushner, who's also not a particularly savory figure and is all in this for the money. He's very much just a suit, and his leadership, or the leadership of any of these organizations, will ultimately offer no benefit to the actual art of making games and want to exploit the art of game making in order to make profit. But yeah, this is a deal where this consortium comprised of PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners will acquire 100% of EA, with PIF rolling over its existing 9.9% stake in the company. So PIF used to own only 10% of EA. Now, with this acquisition, combined with Silver Lake and Affinity Partners, they'll own 100% of EA. And the difference between this and Activision Blizzard, which was acquired for $69 billion by Microsoft, is that Activision Blizzard still remains a publicly traded company. That will not be the case for Electronic Arts. This is a deal that is expected to be completed in Q1 of fiscal year 2027. So somewhere between April 1st and June 30th of 2026. Now, a key detail about this acquisition is the way they're going about it. The consortium, the combination of PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners who are buying out EA, their equity investment is that of approximately $36 billion. So what about the rest, you may ask? Well, it is stated right here, $20 billion of debt financing fully and solely committed by JP Morgan Chase Bank. This is such a massive acquisition that the consortium, the group of conglomerates, couldn't ultimately cover all of the expenses. So now EA essentially is $20 billion in debt to JP Morgan Chase Bank. And then alongside all that, it was confirmed right here that Andrew Wilson will remain CEO.
Again, worst decision that EA could ever make.
Yeah, I'm seriously.
And while Andrew Wilson has certainly, on a financial level, guided EA as a corporation to heights that please the shareholders and investors, when it comes to the impact, the negative impact he's had on the art of making games, that's an area where people are not happy that he's remaining the leader. But of course, the whole point of this venture isn't to make EA products better, isn't to make their games better. It's to pursue, financial goals. It's to pursue corporate agendas. It's to make as much money as possible. And so we're going to see a lot of aspects of this company now suffer, from the quality of their products, I believe, to the employees and the way cost-cutting measures will come into play. Video game journalist Jason Schreier here put it best. He says right here, it's official, EA is going private. The leveraged buyout will be financed by a staggering $20 billion of debt, which likely means some aggressive cost-cutting is ahead of EA in the coming months and years. And that'll come in the form of essentially mass layoffs, shutting down certain studios. I fear for BioWare at this point, because companies like BioWare, studios like BioWare, do not align with the agenda of the likes of PIF, which stands for Public Investment Fund, for those who don't know, Silver Lake, and Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners, who's affiliated.
Go back to any plans with Mass Effect or anything like that.
Yeah. Dang.
I mean,
BioWare was like the good side of all. Like, dang.
Hey, I don't like, with everything that's being said. I don't understand what EA's angle is on this. Besides throwing yourself into the woods and getting picked up by some very suspicious companies and all that, and not to mention being in debt, 25 billion or million in debt,
I can't figure out the angle either.
with the
Which
government.
I don't
The
know if
fact
there
that
is
Donald Trump is
an
president, and
actual
he's his
angle.
son-in-law, also creates potential.
Or it's simply that maybe they gave up.
I would sooner believe that than a lot of other stuff that they kind of just gave up.
They got sick of making those NHL and football and all that games every year, and it turns out to be very bad every year and whatnot. And they're not even making any leeway with any of their games and stuff like that. Like, when was the last time that EA kind of released a really good game? And you want to know the funny part was that the last good one was the last Mass Effect game. That was at least even considered being good. And you want to know the funny thing part is there was going to be another Mass Effect game, but that got announced ages ago. And you notice that there hasn't been anything about it lately. Gee, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Conflicts of interest.
What was I gonna say? I bet like a significant portion of that debt has come from those sports games, like flopping and not doing like
flopping every year,
underperforming,
and not making much at all.
Yeah,
it's only game.
I think I remember reading somewhere that every year EA loses like so much money from those games.
Yeah.
Because they lose out on money put in versus money gained from it, like the amount it costs to make the games versus how much they actually get from the game and all.
Yeah.
That it is like a significant net loss every year from those games.
Basically. So, I mean, it's like what you said. I think it's more convincing that they gave up more than anything. Like this company in Saudi Arabia, are they even a game, like a gaming studio or whatever and whatnot? No idea.
I don't think so.
It's just something from Saudi Arabia.
So on and so forth. Like, none of this is ultimately good. But aside from the fact that EA is making a deal with multiple devils, including Saudi Arabia, well, that's been a huge focus of this whole fiasco. As Jason Schreier said here, a lot of people are understandably focused on the Saudi Arabia and Kushner part of this, but the far bigger immediate impact will come from the new private EA being on the hook for $20 billion in debt. Now that they're a private company, they have to recoup that themselves. They have to be able to pay that off themselves. That could mean mass layoffs, more aggressive monetization, which will make games worse, as if FIFA or, EA Sports FC and similar sports titles. And
to unlock these the second, third, and fourth row of characters, you need to pay $15 each for each row.
Oh, good heavens.
Many of EA's releases weren't monetized enough.
You lost in the finals. Hey, pay $10 if you want to retry.
Gosh.
Already,
so
they
bad,
might be
but
significantly more aggressive on that.
I don't think they would do that, but who knows?
Probably not, but who knows?
Front. And other big cost-cutting measures that will ultimately negatively impact much of the future of EA. That's the fear, and those fears, I think, are well warranted. And then tying into the cost-cutting measures is this article from the Financial Times, whose headline reads, Video games maker Electronic Arts strikes $55 billion deal to go private. While this article is paywalled, there are news outlets who have picked up on certain aspects of what this article learned that are important to know in this grand scheme of cost-cutting measures so they can pay off that $20 billion debt to JP Morgan Chase. So right here we have Insider Gaming, whose headline reads, New EA owners hoping AI will cut costs and boost profits. It's claimed by the Financial Times. It reads right here that according to that article, the ownership group is betting on AI being able to significantly cut CEA's operating costs. AI will be used as a way to boost EA's profits in the coming years and to manage a large debt load on a company that historically carried limited net debt. And then further amplifying why all this is ultimately bad for EA, its franchises, and the developers and the artists and folks who actually want to make games for the art of making games and wanting to deliver a good product is the perception that, as the New York Times heard right here, gaming companies have tried to adapt to changing player attitudes and appetites. Console games, those made for the PlayStation and Xbox, as well as desktop computer titles, have largely been in decline. This is a perspective and claim that is plain and simply false. Some of the biggest successes these last few years have been from non-live services, from single-player experiences. I mean, if you look at some of the most successful titles on Steam, which highlight some of the most successful titles, period, looking at the all-time peaks.
Why is PUBG Black Myth Wukong Power at the top? What the hell?
PUBG, has been and probably forever will be a surprisingly summarily determined player base behind that game.
I seen what PUBG is now. It's like it got really bad over there. With
it's
the skins and everything and all that stuff. Yeah,
it's Fortnite if you don't want Fortnite.
I guess
worse.
And then Black Myth Wukong, yeah, it was a good game, but yeah. And Power World, out of all things. Yeah, it's a good game too, but then the Sweaty as a Sweat game, Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, Monster Hunter Wild's up there, even though it's not doing as good as it should be. And then Lost Ark, Dota, then Cyberpunk's up there, Elden Ring's up there, Banana?
Banana?
Hogwarts is up here, Baldur's Gate is up there, Marvel Rivals, of course.
Here and putting them in that order, you'll find that second place is Black Myth Wukong. Power World is up there. Monster Hunter Wilds. You've got the likes of Cyberpunk 2077 and Elden Ring and Hogwarts Legacy and Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, you know what? You want to know what sucks about EA now? I get, as a great ninjas would say, guess I'm not buying Battlefield 6. Because Battlefield 6 is EA. Guess what's gonna happen to that game now?
It's not getting Game of the Year.
And Nanta takes the flag.
Among the most
that's a huge
it'd be a really
what's the saying for that? You shot yourself in the leg or something like that?
You shot yourself in the foot.
In the foot, yeah. What are you gonna say, Dark?
Yeah. It would be really funny in the light of this and all if like for your apartment, right? You have your computer and all. They do computer games, right? And they some updates is like, hey, we gave you some new games to play on the computer or console in your apartment. And it's is there a version of Sims, Battlefield 6, so on?
Wouldn't it be interesting if they did their own version of Red Dead?
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, the whole thing in itself is like, but it would be so funny if, like, hey, you know what? All these things are gonna flop now because of what EA did. You want to do something funny, and we're already planning to make a bunch of games that you can just play on the computer in your apartment. You want to do a funny thing and make our own version of those games for that?
My God. I had to do their own version of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Or better yet, instead of like having like a mini game on the computer in your apartment, how about just like have one of their updates be you go to space? Just go to space and then like have control of using a spaceship and all of that, and
That would be interesting.
kind of do what Mass Effect does.
That would be interesting.
Or better yet, they're like to add on to that. There's a city in the sky that you can go to,
City in the sky.
or
Castle
not
in the
in the sky, in space.
Yeah.
And the most highly successful financial commercial products, and then most recently even indie titles like Hollow Knight, Silksong have garnered tremendous acclaim, and on top of that have sold incredibly well and have done numbers that a lot of those AAA publishers who pursue live services in the name of profit would be jealous of. But the general belief is that the direction to go is live services and free to play, and this is something that EA has subscribed to for a very long time. You know, they've made claims that single player games are dying when in fact they're thriving more than ever. The New York Times states right here that instead gamers have flocked to free-to-play games like Fortnite, and many play from smartphones and other mobile devices. Not to say that there isn't a huge audience there, not to say that there aren't huge financial successes on that front, but all of that often involves gameplay systems that force you to spend money on, you know, gambling elements, microtransactions, and gacha and loot boxes that kind of inspire recurrent spending in order for you to have like an ideal experience, because those games are purposely designed in such a way that you have to spend a lot of money recurrently in order to be able to get the rewards that you want at a fun, consistent, not insufferable pace. And that's because it isn't very regulated. Companies just get away with the most extreme versions of those elements. And that's what these, you know, many of these AAA game companies or publishers want to exploit. They want a piece of that pie because of the monetization potential, not because those pave the road to great gameplay experiences. This continues. Others have embraced casual mobile games which do not take the same amount of time and money to develop as those made by major studios like Electronic Arts. And so the perspective is they want more money for less effort, for less work, for less expenditure. And then it says right here, analysts believe that the Saudi plan is to make some of Electronic Arts' most popular titles widely available and possibly free to play on platforms, which could include mobile devices and streaming television apps. And yeah, those analysts are probably right. Entities like Saudi Arabia come into play here and making such a major purchase of EA. It is ultimately about just spreading their influence. It is about acquisition of money and power. But the thing is, getting in bed with Saudi Arabia is not something that is viewed in a positive light, due to, as I mentioned previously, some of the major ways in which Saudi Arabia does not respect just basic human rights. So right here we have the Human Rights Watch website that talks about Saudi Arabia, and you can see right here just all of the various reports that highlight that Saudi Arabia, the leaders and organizations like the PIF, the abuses that they've partaken in, the censorship that they've partaken in, and the way they've essentially just wiped
really
out
bad.
dissenters is pretty ruthless and just morally, not even questionable, just morally reprehensible. It reads right here, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has consolidated political and economic power, including as chairman of Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, the PIF, a sovereign wealth fund that has facilitated and benefited from rights abuses.
That does
PIF
not sound
investments in
good
high-profile
whatsoever.
sports and entertainment events, domestically and internationally, are used to whitewash the country's abysmal human rights record. Migrant workers, including on PIF-funded projects, face widespread abuses under the kafala sponsorship system. Saudi Arabian authorities harshly repress any dissent, including by handing down long sentences or the death penalty after unfair trials or charges related to peaceful online expression. And that's just scratching the surface. And then the likes of Jared Kushner and his organization being in league with the elite, and their goals not being aligned with delivering the best consumer experience with gaming, but just lining their pockets with, you know, more money, because for these kinds of folks, you know, enough money does not exist. There's all the money. That's what they want. You know, you got a concoction here that just is basically the worst case scenario I could have imagined for an EA acquisition. One potential upside is that because EA doesn't have to appease to shareholders anymore due to the fact that they're going private, maybe they have more autonomy over the way they do things, but that autonomy ultimately comes down to who is at the head of EA. And sure, Andrew Wilson might be the CEO, but he's ultimately a puppet of the investors who've acquired this corporation, this company that now belongs to them, and they can dictate however they want. They can influence however they want, and Saudi Arabia can essentially go in, and their ideals can be infused in EA releases and products, and the elites and
as
the
much
likes
as like
of
to
Jared
continue
Kushner's
reacting to this,
organization.
I do actually need to go to bed.
No.
Yeah.
Affinity Partners and the like of Silver Lake.
I gotta get up
All
at 5:30.
You're not allowed to go to bed. What? All right.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
We can finish this tomorrow, right?
Yeah, maybe there'll be what is well, it's the 30th right now.
It's going to be the 30th for me in 3 hours.
Yeah. So maybe by the time we start streaming, right, or at least I come home and I'm streaming, it'll be the first. Well, actually, no, because I'm working in the morning, so I'll be at home. Yeah. At some point in time, it'll be the 1st of October. Maybe there'll be some funny Anada news.
I don't know yet. I mean, like, literally, we just finished the weekend, Dark. They just finished TGS over there.
I know. Wouldn't it be funny?
There's a lot of.
Wouldn't
I
it
mean,
be funny?
like, like I want the game to be out, but at the same time, we don't have that much information besides what we saw on YouTube so far. So, yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows? All right. Well, with that said, thank you everyone for watching and all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the very short stream tonight. Gosh. Hopefully tomorrow's not too bad. I mean, technically it shouldn't be based on previous knowledge and such, but
yeah.
Yeah, so
I might find more.
It won't be a late stream tomorrow.
Yeah, I might find more stuff to watch. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That'll be good to do. Let's see here. I know who I'm gonna raid. With that said, as always, and all supporters and much appreciated. Goes towards me if I do the cat event. I bring to all screens. And now it is time for us to go raiding. We actually go raiding for once. Who am I raiding? Who am I raiding?
God damn
it. All right.
Not officially. I wanted to play Red Dead, but I'm not officially gonna go over it just yet. I need to bring my weight down and everything.
Well, anyways, it's time to go raiding, burning, and pillaging. Most importantly, go have fun, and I will see you in whatever future stream I see, and whether that is tomorrow's stream or some future stream after that. And just look for me to see me, and I'll be streaming. And now, without further ado, I sound you guys myself at all off, and we go raiding. So,
that's
it. See ya. Hold on, is it this way? Yeah, no, I gotta turn my head this way. See ya. There we go.
Oh my god, I'm getting raided. How is this? This is crazy. I'm getting raided. That's insane. How is that happening? Oh my god. I don't even know why I'm doing this because no one's watching me or was watching me. Man, like You know, it's like for some reason all of a sudden that since I stopped doing you know what, since it's been required. But oh well, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna send you off. Get ready for this. Get ready. Get ready.
I'm ready.
You're gonna die. And I'll be right back.